Hi everybody, in this video we're going to review the Bianchi Specialissima. Alright, lesson number 1 in the rich and famous side of cycling: don't lay a $13,000 bike on its side or you are crazy.
Alright, so Bianchi has a rich history. They started in Milan in 1885, so a long time ago. They are the oldest bike company in the world at the moment. So they started off with bicycles, and then they moved on to motorcycles, and then even cars. They were called Auto Bianchi at one time with their car division. And as far as the car division, that was bought by Fiat, which owns Ferrari today. So there's a lot of rich Italian history along with the name of Bianchi and Ferrari and Fiat and all those companies. So yeah, with this bike, I think you're kind of, when you're buying it, you're buying that history, that tradition. They were under the many Tour de France and Giro d'Italia champions in the past. They were notorious for being the bike to ride whenever you wanted to win a Grand Tour. Now the frame set is super light. It's around 780 grams for the frame set. It was developed in 2017 with the Countervail technology, which was developed by NASA. And yeah, the bike's amazing.
I want to thank my local bike shop, Truly Spoken, for allowing me to demo the Bianchi Specialissima. Those guys are awesome there. So if you're in town, check them out. They're in Milton, Florida. And this bike retails for $13,000. Insane, I know. Beautiful bike. I love what Bianchi have done with their color. Their Celeste green. It's turned more into a neon bluish green now. So this build is built with the Sram Etap 11-speed. This is a couple years old now, but still an amazing bike. It has the Etap 11-speed, decked out with some K-Force seat posts and handlebars, and then has some Zipp 303 tubular tires. So these are tubular. I was a little nervous about that, riding around with tubular tires, and hopefully I don't get a flat. I've been test riding this bike for about a week now, and like I said, it's an amazing bike. The bike has that high-end hum, you know, when you're riding like aero wheels or tubular wheels. So when you're riding on the road, super smooth hum to it. It's beautiful. I love that sound. The bike rolls super fast on the flats. It's not the fastest bike on the flats, you know, it's not an aero bike, but it can hold its own, which it should for $13,000. So, riding without hands, the bike's very stable as long as you don't have any crosswinds or anything. So, very lively in the handling up front. Descends very well, very fast descender. Feels stable too, so it doesn't feel like I'm twitchy and lose control or anything like that. So it feels good on descents and going fast. But it's a fun bike, a whole lot of fun. bike is super smooth. Very impressed with how smooth it is. Bianchi, they have this new technology called Countervail. If you haven't heard of that before, check it out. Go to the website. They have some videos on it, and basically it dampens the way they do the carbon fiber layup. It dampens the small harsh vibrations. So and you can feel that. I've tried the tires at around 90 psi, then I aired them up to about 110 psi, and even at 110 psi they still were very smooth. So very impressive with that Countervail technology. Now they have this on most of their high-end bikes. Now this bike is super light. It's about 14.5 pounds. That's with pedals. So super light bike. On the hills, that's really where I feel the most difference with this bike between other bikes. And I will answer the question about $13,000 here in a minute. So, but the hills is really where you feel the most difference. And not just like the basic hills, but like the steep pitches. So that's really where you feel the most difference and where the bike really takes off. Okay, so now I'm carrying a $13,000 bike to get home so I can pick up my daughter from school. I just made a newbie mistake, but I'm on tubulars and I'm not used to them, so I don't have the foam stuff. But anyways, lesson learned. Don't ride tubulars without something. All right, maybe I'll get home. Okay, so I made it home running with the $13,000 bike, and I've got to jump in the car and go get Elena. I'm just gonna jump in there with my skimpy bike clothes on, my bike skimpies. All right. Wow, lesson learned. You know, that was not cool. All right, so now I'm driving down the road in my cycling kit to go get Elena. All right, big girl, how was your day? What'd you do?
We did reading group and then we packed up and went home.
You know what? Daddy was riding his bike and you know what happened?
What?
I had a flat tire. Yeah.
And what happened?
I had to run home.
Where's your bike?
My bike is at home. I carried it. I ran with it. Worth 13 grand, negative.
And the best way to describe it, like for me, you know, it's not $13,000 good. It's kind of like when you go to an expensive restaurant and you eat the food and you're like, wow, that was amazing. The food tasted so good. But then, you know, you get the check and it's like $200 and you're like, that was good. That was probably one of the best meals I've had, but it wasn't $200 good. And that's kind of how I feel about the Bianchi. You know, it's one of the best bikes I've ridden on the road. It feels amazing. It's, you know, rocket ship up the climbs, very stiff up front, can turn in sharp, all that. But is it $13,000 good? You know, so no, I wouldn't say so.
You know, is it $13,000 worth a bike? I'd have to say no. You know, $13,000, that's a lot of money. I mean, first off, that's more than my car cost. So, is it worth $13,000? I have to say no. Okay, so the reason why I say no is because the number of bikes you can get for $13,000. But, you know, $13,000, I mean, I could buy so many bikes that way. So, no, it's not worth it. The bike, I mean, like for $13,000, for me to spend that much on a bike, the bike would need to be like a good road, or an amazing road bike, an amazing TT bike. It could have to be able to do some gravel as well, and it would have to like take up like 3 or 4 bikes is really what it'd have to do for me to spend something like $13,000 on the bike. But if you love road cycling and you have a passion for like Italian things, this may be the bike for you. I mean, you may want this bike. If you don't ride gravel or dirt or anything else, then you may want to invest in a bike like this. And you have the Bianchi name, top-end bike. I mean, it's one of those things that you may value it more than someone like me. So if you want the Bianchi name, you want the Italian flair, and all the high-end stuff, then $13,000 may be worth it for you. You know, so, but for me, no, I don't make enough money for that. And I would be so afraid of wrecking this thing if I spent $13,000 on it. I'd just be so nervous. My kids, I would be like, you can't even get around the bike. Don't touch the bike. You're not going to college if you break that thing. So yeah, so as far as that goes, I wouldn't buy it myself, but for the right market and the right person, they may love it. But yeah, the bike ride's amazing. Countervail technology, worth 13 grand, negative. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. That helps out the channel.